pick up the sign. The 0-1 on its way. Inside at the hands, that's sent up in the air. Make its way to the outfield. Has a little bit of carry on it, but the right fielder in for an easy catch. Route number 1.
Yeah, definitely something you don't really see often from Fisher, especially back-to-back walks. Um, you know, if you're UMaine here, you have a great opportunity. We're running this on first and second now, and no outs.
And Fisher looked back, said something to Marcano, and they talked things over. Catcher going to stand up now and go through some signs. Seems to be some confusion, perhaps. Not sure if it's with something they want the middle infielders to set up as Scout Knott steps in, or something with Fisher. You could see there he took the pocket out of his pocket. He took the card out of his pocket that has the signs on it and went over it prior to the at-bat. From the stretch, they're showing bunt. That card could just have something as simple as what the plan is if they try to lay down a bunt on it. Perhaps different signs for having runners on. This would be the third time this game runner's been on second. Of course, baseball teams always super worried about signs being stolen. He'll check back at second. Here's the pitch showing bunt. He gets it down the third baseline foul. At the major league level, they've went to, well, not everyone has, but pitchers and catchers have the option now of using, I believe they're calling it a pitch comm system. The catcher can be a wristband. A lot of them are putting it on their shin protector, so it sits on their knee. And you punch a button that corresponds with the pitch you want, and the pitcher has an earpiece in it. He'll hear, curveball or whatever the call is. That's something I think a lot of major league teams will switch over to by the end of the season. Some of them giving pitchers time to kind of get used to it, warm up to the idea first. 1-1 the count. Still showing bunt. He'll step off the mound, fakes a throwback. The other thing, too, which is more a problem at the major league level, not so much here at the college baseball level, but pace of play always a concern. And with that pitch con system, it's a little bit quicker. Oftentimes you can have your sign and know what you're throwing pretty much as soon as the catcher delivers the ball back out to the mound. 1-1 showing bunt. Knotts gets that one down. It's going to roll foul. Yep, and indeed will. Smart decision there down the third base line to pull back and let that roll foul. Would have been a successful sacrifice.
Yeah, it was a very smart play there by Donnelly. I think he thought about wanting to pick that up at first, but then realized that was going a little bit towards more foul, and just a smart IQ decision by him.
Because now with 2 strikes, it's unlikely that Knotts will keep trying to lay a bunt down. The 1-2 from Fisher. He's still looking bunt. He gets that one down expertly. Fisher fields it cleanly, gets it over to first. So runners will go from second to third and from first to second. You don't see that every day.
These past 2 innings, and a lot of that just has to do with the batters, fouling off a lot of pitches here.
Yeah, something about these last 2 innings. When he's gotten to 2 strikes, Maine's done a great job of just staying alive. That one sent fair. 1 ops to second, fielded cleanly. On in time to first, so that'll end the inning. Maine plates a pair. They trail by. The thing for Maine here, you need some base runners. Got to get something going. No, it's the 5-hitter. Oh, and that one sent high in the air. That's going to stay in the park, though, stay in the field of play as well. Left fielder comes on and makes the catch, calling off the third baseman.
Left fielder number 44, Scout Knott.
And this is a big one for Knotts, the senior from Lorton, Virginia, making his 25th start of the season. Was just 0 for 3 yesterday. This is when you want to see one of your seniors really come out and produce. He'd love to get RBIs number 12 and 13 for his mark as well. Just needs to do it with 1 swing of the bat. And for Verpier, he's trying to get out of these early inning struggles. First pitch missing outside in the left-hand batter's box. Teams were scoreless in the first 2 innings a day ago before the NJIT Highlanders broke it out with a 3-run 3rd inning. They would score another one in the top of the 4th. The Black Bears would then put up 3 unanswered as this one hit into center field. That'll score 1 run. Durbo will be sending Jenkins around. Here's the throw at the plate. It is in time. No, he's going to miss it. It looked like it was in time, but the catcher, Franzoni, unable to hold on to it, and it'll be a 2-run. So the Lorton native steps up to the dish as he's got a golden opportunity to break open this game for the Blackbears, who have already put up 2 crooked numbers in the first 2 frames. He'll take that pitch low. Good eye there on the 41st thrown by Verpier. Sun's still beating down here. Clouds starting to increase in volume as we progress through this day. Not those pesky rain clouds as of yet. Bunt shown. A beautiful one down the third baseline. Both runners will advance, and they all will advance to the respective bases as a trouble there, barehanding it by Donnelly as he decided to go that route with the speed. There's not a lot of extended netting there, and that's the kind of the danger zone. You wonder if that might be extended out in future months and days and years ahead. This one hit towards center field. Choi's going to have to go back. It might be over his head. He's going to give chase, but gets it just before the track. Good backtracking for Choi. As you do not want to give the Blackbears extra opportunities to pad on to their lead, much like they did back in the 7th inning. Maine was only up by 1 run, gave up that RBI, and then you know what happens when you get that backup home run afterwards. You're still down by 1 run. So if Maine gives up or gets another run across the board here, which they could be, especially with their number 4 hitter or number 5 hitter up to the plate in Knotts, it makes that hill a little bit higher and a longer climb in the top half of the 9th inning. But Rappaport working quickly, getting up in the count now. 0-2 the count right now to Scout. Again, one where you don't want to have a breaking pitch hang. Instead, it's going to be a fastball over the jumping, outstretched glove of Donnelly. Bramante's going to round second base. He's into third. The relay will be cut off. And now 2 runners in scoring position for the Blackbears with just 1 out as Knotts provides a big clutch hit.
Giorgini gets the sign. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Knotts gets a piece of it, sends it up to the right in foul territory. Oh, what a catch! Wonderful job by Hussey to range over, track the ball, and go into ball. Walloped over the fence. So 3-1 the score now. Scout Knotts, the left fielder, up for the Blackbears. First pitch, a strike. It's only the 2nd hit of the game so far for Maine. Cuts into the lead. Knotts sends that one to deep left field. The left fielder watches it go. Back-to-back jacks for the Blackbears. Scout Knotts liked what he saw from Bramante and decided to try it out himself. 3-2. Highlanders still lead, but it's 3-2 now. Entire team out of the dugout to Grant Knotts. He's got the hockey helmet on. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch number 15 coming up from Standen. Came in relief last inning. Swung on and sent to right. Ranging to his side, 700 and making the catch, the right fielder. So an F9 to start things off here in the 6th. So 1 down in the inning to reset the picture for you after the pitching change. Jenkins comes set. There's the pitch, sidearm, swung on, first pitch, that's fouled back. Down the first baseline while out of play. Back into the box now is Knotts. Jenkins will come set. Sidearm delivery. That one also sent foul to the right side. That's going to also head out over the fence, I do believe. It indeed does by pretty good distance. Down pretty close to the production truck. Perhaps someone came away with a souvenir there. Might have bounced in through the door. No, Knotts will step back in now in 0-2 hole. A crosswind now, it looks like, blowing across the field. Certainly a windy day here in Orono. definitely comes into play when it comes to dealing with some of those fly balls. The 0-2. It's inside. Knotts goes with it. In on the hands. He'll deposit it to the left. One run is in. Not deep enough to score Bramante, so he'll head to third. Good piece in there by Knotts. That ball had some arms